Majestic or inspiring, and home to the richest people in the universe. Simply hi, I'm Dr. Conrad Milo, welcoming you to the world-famous Conrad Milo Rehab Center, where affluent addicts go for a quick fix on their careers. It's methadone wishes and withdrawal-induced dreams, for wherever you find the rich, you'll find the rich in a stupor. Want a peek at the grotesque luxury inside where dependence meets resplendence? Sorry, only the most privileged get that privilege. For a wallet wearing $8,000 a day, most major platinum cards accepted. Is that the famous falsetto singing leather-clad pop star who's tested more drugs than the FDA? We can't say. Could that be the blonde-haired, green-eyed TV she-demon whose bedroom bedlam got her thrown off 3 series in a row? You didn't hear it from us. So remember, when you've got a secret shame you want leaked to the world, so you'll have a sympathetic and fault-free excuse for your recent outrageous behavior, think Milo.
So let me get this straight. You run a glorified cappuccino and croissant clip joint where the rich and blitz get to spend 2 weeks in a hot tub instead of 6 years in maximum as a pinup boy for a guy named Backdoor Billy?
Yes, and I'd like to hire you for a job.
And a fine clip joint it is. Have I told you how impressed I was by the way that former child star didn't rob a convenience store for over 3 weeks after he checked out of your place? So, care for some coffee?
I never touch caffeine.
Good. There's only one pot. What led you through the hopelessly tangled underbrush of private security organizations to our door? Stellar word of mouth? Our fine client roster? Those flyers we put up in that public urinal?
I needed detectives who were so low on the ladder, there was absolutely no way anyone rich or famous could have ever heard of them.
Hey, we may not have the recognition of detectives who go around solving cases, but we do just fine, thank you.
What Duckman is trying to say in his endearing yet somehow it manages to scare all our business away manner is that we'd love to hear about your case.
Exactly. Let's hear what you got.
I believe someone is trying to kill me.
Do you have any proof?
This note.
Dear Dr. Milo, I'm trying to kill you. Nothing more definite?
I found a gun.
Probably a toy.
And a knife.
Proves nothing.
And this bomb.
I get these every day. Next time you might want to tell me it's on a timer. You know, for rhythm.
I was thinking you could go undercover at my clinic and take over my therapy group.
Yes, well, warn us next time you're planning on thinking. I'll investigate the lap of luxury as a patient. We'll let Corny talk to the sickos. Fluffy, Uranus, get your fuzz butts in here! Ah! Time for my smoking patches.
You followed, Mr. Duckman?
I'm taking a vacation. Where's my bathing suit with the padded bulge?
It should be in here, right next to your foam rubber pectoral enhancer.
This lemonade tastes terrible.
We were worried you were eating too much sugar, so we substituted finely ground chalk.
Chalk?
Studies show most adults are chalk deficient, and it's organic.
Oh, you like organic? Well, there's nothing more organic than a real live body. Grilled to perfection.
Mr. Duckman, perhaps when this is finished, an extra 2 weeks at the clinic might do you some good.
Me? Ha! Places like that are for the weak, spineless, people who are so blinded by their selfish needs they don't have a clue what they're doing from 1 minute to the next.
Duckman, you know those are mothballs, right?
Just so happens that my doctor says I need more camphor. Almost there, my clawfoot comrade. Time to mingle with the millionaires, gallivant with the glitterati, habanab with the hoi polloi.
And with any luck, of course, keep a man from being killed.
Right. There's always the side benefits.
Who is that? God, I'm wondering who that is.
Touch me!
Cyrus Red Herring, MacGuffin Security. Are you rich?
No.
Famous?
No.
Ever been sexually involved with a political candidate?
No. But I did get approached by an Arkansas state trooper a few years back. Well, I guess you found all the... Ow! Oh. That's where I put my espresso machine. What the... Ooh, look at this hellhole. Rats, vermin, body parts spread all over the room. Dr. Milo. 9.5.
Hard to believe these are the dismembered remains of Dr. Milo, the bloody tatters of his lifeless corpse splattered on the walls like so much worthless refuse.
You think that's bad? Look at the room they gave me! No air, no cable, no continental breakfast with those cute little jars of grape jelly. At least Milo's suffering is over.
Sacrifice is often a part of undercover work, Duckman.
Yeah. What's the story with your shoes? They're soaked.
Oh, T. One of the office girls did a cannonball in my jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi?
Never mind that. We have to start our investigation.
What investigation? The cops checked it out, decided it was natural causes.
He exploded.
Hey, the human body's a never-unfolding mystery. So, I'm famished. How's about we blow this pop psychology stand and grab us a couple of dozen greasy cheeseburgers?
Duckman, a detective lives by his code, and under that code, the case survives the client. By the way, also under that code, detectives get 20% off at Red Lobster, but don't even think about that now. I've done some preliminary work, including a modest-scale model recreation of the crime scene.
This is an exact replica of my cell.
Actually, it's not. My walls are asbestos-free. Maybe the group therapy session I'm taking over for Dr. Milo will help us put a few more pieces together. Are you coming?
When pigs can fly! I'm still not coming! I'm tired, I'm cold, and I've got to get a room upgrade!
I'm sorry, Duckman, but it's crucial that we maintain our secret identities at whatever cost to our personal comfort.
Doctor, it's up to 102.
Somebody got a fever?
No, it's my sauna. Tell the other nurses I have a session first. If they get too warm, the towels are optional.
Saunas, nurses, jacuzzis! Where the hell do you get off to...
Admittedly, the almost godlike ramifications could be a bit seductive. As you'll see, they treat a wide variety of addictions here. Most often, however, they like to group patients by profession. For instance, this is the entertainment industry wing, television subsection. Child stars, writers over 25, development executives. Actually, someone else gets addicted for them, then they take credit for it. This special section is for celebrities actually addicted to checking into rehab clinics. With this class of clientele, naturally, they run into scheduling problems. So they have drive-through rehab for those busy type A's who just don't have 2 weeks to give up. Well, we're here.
Hasselhoff is too a singer.
Remember, Duckman, this is a perfect opportunity to interview Dr. Milo's patients, but be surreptitious.
Cornfed, please. I'd rather try not to draw attention to myself if you don't mind. Oh! My 2 favorite comedians and that unlanced Boyle one of them was married to. Roulette, Roxanne, Boyle. Remember me? Duckman, private eye, do a lot of undercover work.
Actually, you do look kind of familiar. Something just came up that reminds me of you. Oh, yeah, my lunch.
That's telling him, Roxanne. That's really telling him.
Shut up, Canker Yanker, or I'll cut off your alimony.
That's telling me, Roxanne. That's really...
And look, is that Juan Jesus Maria Astales? $6 million shortstop, role model, and substance abuser due to the intense pressure of making $6 million? And Senator Stephen Stark, one of the great drunken skirt-chasing patriots of our time.
Ahem. Yes, well, if you'll all be seated. Thank you. I'm Dr. Gelman.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
What are you talking about? You're...
My name is Dr. Gelman, Dr. Nathan Gelman. Nobody knows me here, so I'm introducing myself.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you, Dr. Cornfed.
In light of Dr. Milo's tragic demise, I will be taking over his sessions. Why don't you each tell us who you are, what you're doing here?
Hold it. Time out. Priorities here. Can everyone check to see if you got any partially unsmoked butts stuck to your shoe?
I got my butt stuck to his lips. Does that count?
Yeah. I'm such a dink.
Hey, Shemp, you always act like such a suck-up, no-talent pile.
No, sometimes I sleep. I'll start. My name is John.
I'll start. My name is Roxanne. I'm here 'cause, like, I told the press I'm addicted to, like, booze or something, so I'd have an excuse for firing everyone off my show all the time.
Yeah. Hate to yawn and run, but happy hour is only 60 minutes long. It's obvious you hated Dr. Milo for exposing your little fraud, so you killed him. End of story.
Killed him? I loved him. He showed me how I was really addicted to attention and being sucked up to.
Sorry, Senator.
Hello, I'm Senator Stark. I like to drink, smoke, lie, steal, and fondle anyone within reach.
Join the club.
I did. It's called the Senate. Thought it'd help my image a bit to get reformed. And if that doesn't stick, I can always run for mayor of Washington, D.C.
Okay, watch my dust. 15 minutes to the Knockers Galore matinee. Old filibuster Brown here killed Dr. Milo because he was about to expose this pervo's taste for sweet young legislative bodies.
Quite the contrary. He devised a unique way to help me overcome my biggest problem. See, whenever I touch this mechanical Senate page, I get a shock. Haiku! And the shock I get, Jim Tata, is designed to keep me dim sum from wanting to touch it.
Aversion therapy. By associating pain with a specific pleasure, you'll be conditioned not to do it again.
I doubt it. He's so damn cute.
Yo, Senator Juicy Fruit, save it for your next joint session. Oh! Okay, name's Roulette, and I'm here because my career was shakier than Roxanne's flabby butt after a jumping jack. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom.
Gotta run. 2-for-1 sale at the rubber goods store. Know the rest anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Killed Milo because you hate everyone.
What, they bust you in from a head injury ward? Milo made me confront my anger. Showed me it's wrong to hate those who are different than me. Except for homos, saggy-breasted women's livers, and those third-world types with the funny accents.
Thank you, Roulette, for expressing what millions of white trash neo-Nazis would love to say if they could hide behind the First Amendment under the guise of comedy.
Yep, well, now that's wrapped up. Let's book. Got a Jones for a triple scoop of that tuna musk ice cream. What the hell are you staring at? You mean you expect me to join in on this Fruit of the Loon club? Ah! Don't turn my crank. Unlike you losers, I don't have an addiction.
Duckman, you're living in a glass house with Mr. Denial. Think of us as the men in the moving vans.
It's clear our newest constituent is filled with fear and self-loathing. I think we should help him break down these barriers, starting with a warm and very wet group hug.
Duckman must die! Duckman must die! And I will be the one to end his misery. I'll roast his heart on a spit, and then I'll wash it down by sucking all his precious bodily fluids. Wait a second, I can't suck my own precious bodily fluids. I already tried that in high school. Ah! How much can one duck take? A whole week without caffeine, nicotine, women. Okay, so I once went 3 years without a woman. No, 6 if you don't count that open house day at the morgue.
Hey, Duckman! Me big cool man. How about you?
What's happening to me? I'm surrounded by hideous visions, horribly misshapen monsters. Ah!
Duckman, there you are. It wasn't easy, but we managed to sneak in here posing as a singing, mother-dominated Mormon family who've turned to vice because their better days are behind them.
And we only came here out of our genuine love and concern for you, Dad. Oh, look! There goes the entire cast of Beverly Hills Adjacent!
Oh, Yoo-hoo! Cheyenne! Dashio! Elizabeth and Joanne St. Croix!
And here comes Rockstar Stash! People magazine voted him most addicted man in America!
Hi, kids. Nice of you to come by and see your dad. Whoa. Sounds like all those years of being fried really took their toll.
All right! The anchorman from CNS just vomited!
Good news, Duckman. I just placed first in the Milo Clinic Celebrity Pro-Am Golf Tournament. Oh, and I'm closing in on the murder suspect.
If we solve this case, I can get out. Solve case, get out. Solve case, get out. More rock. Let's talk. Solve case, get out. 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 Solve
Your attention, please. Will all suspects in the murder of Dr. Milo please report to the lecture hall for the singling out of the killer? There will be door prizes.
Say compulsive aggressive!
Thank you all for coming. I'm pleased to announce that I've solved Dr. Milo's murder. His killer is in this very room with us now. Initially, I believed the doctor to be yet another victim of your common, everyday, spontaneous combustion, until I noticed that his remains had an odor vaguely reminiscent of northwestern Wisconsin, i.e. dairy country. This was especially curious considering Milo's having overcome a childhood addiction to the lactose found in dairy products, an addiction which, in conjunction with a strange glandular condition, caused him to swell to 340 pounds by age 8. On the night of the murder, the doctor retired to his study for his nightly repast of beef klasky and potatoes chupo. Or so he thought. Milo's potatoes had been replaced with ultra-rich vanilla ice cream, causing his taut body to start reverting back to its childhood girth. Hoping to counteract the effect with healthier food, he bit into a banana. But sadly, said banana had been replaced by a banana-shaped wedge of Swiss Gouda. Desperate for relief, Milo tried to brush the taste from his mouth. But as any child of 4 could tell you, the ADA does not recommend brushing with Cheese Whiz. In a last-ditch attempt to pass the offending substances through his system, he rushed to his trusty water cooler. Regrettably, the water had been exchanged for Farmer Fred's Grade A pasteurized milk. That is, the new see-through Crystal Light version. And that, as they say, was that. Finally, Dr. Milo's remains were dumped into the toilet, the murderer thinking they'd be flushed away forever. Little did anyone know, however, that the facility's waste and sewage never actually leave the building.
Go on, Corny. Tell us who the murderer is. Tell us who did it.
You want to know who did it? Okay, I'll tell you. They all did it. All 5 of them played a part. 4 of them responsible for switching a different food, 1 of them for the demeaning, degrading, and ultimately unsuccessful job of flushing the remains down the toilet. And all because they were being denied their addictions. A mass tantrum by a group of spoiled children who in their whole lives have never been told no.
This is outrageous! You can't prove we did anything wrong!
Yes, he can. Look! If I remember correctly, the NRA Gangbang Special. For the times when nothing but a group kill will do. And I'd recognize those trigger fingers anywhere.
Okay, we did it. But we has to ask Dr. Gilman. How did you know?
As fate would have it, my own addiction. Murder, She Wrote reruns on USA. Check local listings for showtimes. I knew if I came up with a preposterous solution that had a blatant disregard for the facts and defied all logic, then told it in flashback, it would be true.
Can't argue with that, huh?
Monkeys off our backs. We're going home. Hi, Duckman have captured the murderer.
Zip it, dork man. While you were out playing slap and tickle with your new bondage buddy, Cornfed already solved the case. Milo's patients did it.
That's impossible. I almost killed myself capturing him. He has to be guilty. He has to. I want to be the captain.
Cyrus Herring, DEA. I've been undercover here for 3 months. These people were putting unadvertised food additives in their kelp. No charges. It's enough punishment just being him. Want me to drop these 5 off? I pass the jail.
I was thinking we could stop off for a hot dog. Speaking of hot dogs, you ever wonder why they call them Franks? I mean, why not Stan's or Bob's?
Poor guy. No one told him they're not funny after they've cleaned up.
Like, now that we got caught, are we gonna have to spend another 2 weeks in murder rehab?
We could buy our way out. We've got money. Well, she does. But I get to use some of it. Isn't that right, dear? Isn't it? Dear?
We didn't get autographs.
Yo, Agent Orange, you haven't heard the last of me. Somehow, some way, someday, I'll pin this on you.
Duckman, he didn't do it. He's just a seemingly suspicious character here to throw us off track. Think about it. Red herring. MacGuffin Security? Never mind. Shall we rejoin the world?
Duckman, though Cornfed was, as always, the effective partner, I am impressed by all the running and fighting you did. Both sides of your face are still symmetrical, like you didn't even have a stroke.
You're right, Bernice. And I am feeling stronger. I can see past my hands. My hair doesn't hurt. I'm dried out. It worked. Well, this changes everything. From now on, it's pinto beans for breakfast every day. Sex without a prosthesis. I've turned myself around. It's time to meet the new and improved Duckman. Yeah! Hey, you! Bob Narcissus! Haven't you heard the stats on secondary smoke? Ah, a whole new world. And how better to start that world than with a pound of bacon and some curly fries? And coffee filters, used! I'll wear them around my face like a surgeon's mask! Hey, nurse! I got a thermometer that'll make you bedridden for a week! Where you going? It's time for my exam, see? I'm turning my head and coughing! Now it's your turn! Nurse! Nursey!
Autographs.
I could use a drink.